Hi, my name is Yishai Paquin. That's Yishai is Hebrew for Jesse, which is English for Yishai. So I also go by Jesse. But here in Israel, I'm known as Yishai. So, um, so I joined originally the Marine Corps when I was 17, and I switched over to the Navy at the last minute. Um, and I joined as a rescue swimmer, and so that was on my contract. And in boot camp, I got sick and I ended up taking that contract away from me. And I ended up going undesignated which means I didn't really have a job. So they sent me to the USS John F. Kennedy without a job. And I ended up working on the flight deck of the USS John F. Kennedy as an airplane handler. And so I served there for 2 years as an airplane handler. My total service active duty in the Navy was 5 years approximately. I got out for 9 years, and I was 2 years in the reserves. So a total of almost 7 years in the Navy, totally. So okay, back to the JFK. I was deployed almost right away. It was right after September 11th. Actually, my ship date for boot camp was September 16th. So I went to boot camp September 16th, 2001, and then it was pretty interesting time in history. Nobody knew what was going to happen. And so as soon as I got to my ship, it was already 2002. And then we were being deployed for Operation Enduring Freedom, like almost immediately. I knew I didn't want to be there. I knew I wanted a real job in the Navy, like to have a rate, to have something to like, in the Navy, they have rates, we have rates, and that's our rank, that's our title, that's what we go by. So I didn't really know what I wanted to be yet, but I saw a guy hanging from a helicopter one day taking pictures. And so I said, I want to do that. So I went and I said, I want to do that. And I qualified for it. So I got sent to photography school at Fort Meade, the Defense Information School. And I became a photographer. I became a photographer's mate in the U.S. Navy. So me being me, not wanting to go back to a ship right away after just having no job on a ship, moving airplanes around and stuff, painting the side of the ship and, scraping paint. So I decided I was going to talk to the detailer and say, I want to do something more exciting than going back to an aircraft carrier. And so he said, hey, do you want to go to aircrew school? So I went to aircrew school in Pensacola, Florida, and I was sent to Patrol Squadron 5, which is P-3 Orions. So I ended up flying on P-3 Orions for the next 3 years, doing anti-submarine warfare, reconnaissance, and catching drug smugglers in the Caribbean, search and rescue missions, and all that fun stuff that goes with being aircrew. Yeah, and so that was pretty amazing. I decided I wanted to get out after that and use my GI Bill. So I got out for 9 years. It took me 9 years to figure out that I wanted to be back in the military again. So then I went back into the military after 9 years of getting my bachelor's and master's degrees.
What's the master's in?
I have a master's degree in Middle East Studies from Ben Gurion University, and I have a bachelor's in religion from Stetson. And so so I went into the reserves because I didn't feel like living on a ship or I wasn't really ready to be active duty yet. I wanted the best of both worlds, so I went into the reserves to check it out, and I got assigned to the last combat camera unit in the Navy before they retired the unit, and so I was a reservist in expeditionary combat camera out of Norfolk, but I still lived in Florida at the time, and so that's interesting. After that, so I didn't serve my full contract in the reserves because I met my wife. She lives here in Israel. She lived here in Israel, and I told my my CO, said, "Sir, I met an awesome woman. I'm going to Israel to get married. Can I go into the IRR, the inactive ready reserves, and served out the rest of my contract here in Israel, not doing much with the military." So yeah, so that's it for my military career.